Take notes.
What's your name?
My name is Tav.
That's what I thought.
That's right.
My name is Ryan.
Not Taco Bell.
I didn't even know I said that.
And this is the Take Notes podcast. Yo. Welcome back to the Take Notes podcast, episode 28. 28. Not 27, not 26, but 28. Welcome. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Hey, if this is your first time watching us, why don't you do us a favor? Just hit that subscribe button. It's like to the left somewhere, down a little bit. So like you're watching here, it's like right there somewhere. Just click it. Do us a favor. It doesn't cost you anything. I checked the analytics last week. It's like 40% or whatever of people that watch the podcast are not subscribed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Just hit the subscribe button. You're already watching. Just do it. It's free. It's free 99.
It's free 99.
It's the most free thing you'll do all week. It's cheaper than gas.
It is.
And it's more helpful, to be honest. Anyways, welcome. We are back. How you feeling? You feel good?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Feeling good. Today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it's an exciting day.
Yes, we are doing a lot. We are actually filming 2 episodes today. This is
Yeah.
the first, so you'll hear more about that.
I like
soon.
it.
But yeah, we're just gonna have some fun today. We're gonna start a little bit different. So this we're going to the segment. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet. It's gonna be something recurring, obviously. But for today, we're just gonna call it "What's Going On." What's going on?
I like that.
Yeah, this is going on. Okay, we're just gonna ramble down a list of current events and just talk about them. Okay, first one. Go ahead.
Who knows? We could be your source of news.
It could be.
We could.
I can't tell you how many times, and it's funny because I can't tell you how many times I'd be out like at work or something.
Yeah.
Or with a group of friends and I talk about something and they're like, I didn't even know that's going on. And I'm like, dude, like I'm all in the news.
Right.
That's like a lot of what I consume.
Can you bring you down in my ears a little bit? Bring you down?
Is that better?
That's a little too low.
Is that better?
Right there is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, sorry. Blurring your ears out.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I feel like I have to clench to like soften the audio that I'm listening to because like everything is high in my ears. But now this is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, for sure. It's all right. You say
Appreciate
I'm
it.
loud. It's fine. I know I'm loud.
We all know that.
I know I talk loud. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Like I said, it always happens. So we're gonna start this segment off with the first story: massive earthquake and tsunami alerts in the Philippines. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a crazier.
Are you going to keep the intro
I'm
looping?
gonna turn it down.
Sorry.
Let me direct.
Sorry. I know.
So, massive earthquake near Mindanao triggered tsunami warnings across parts of Southeast Asia and reminded everyone how quickly life can change. What have you looked? I know I've sent you like some videos.
Yeah, I was doing my own research as well.
Yeah.
It was, well, for those that don't know, we have some personal connection to the Philippines in a way because of our church.
Right.
And so I think my ears and everything was immediately alerted because it's like there's church family out there, you know, and we've been there before. So we've been to the
on
Philippines.
the island.
Yeah, we've done ministry out there before. Gosh, over a decade ago. But
Crazy.
it was such an impactful time, and the Filipino people are just amazing.
Yeah.
So friendly, incredible.
Hospitable,
everything.
Yeah, great hearts.
Beautiful hearts.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just something about living in a country like that where it's like technically third world, right? You just live life a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it hit off, the southern coast.
7.8.
7.8, which is
crazy.
really strong. If
Yeah.
you haven't seen videos yet, it's sad. It stinks for people to see people that frightened,
Yeah. Like you could see the street, like people in the street, and like you could see it, like it's moving, everybody's like just low to the ground.
Coincidentally, my mom and my daughter and I went to the,
Sorry, I broke my rule. It's all right. Keep going.
There's a science museum in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. I can't remember the actual name of the museum, but there's an earthquake simulator in there. And so coincidentally, my mom, Lenny, and I partook in the simulator. And it was interesting because I've felt earthquakes before, but here in Fresno, when they've occurred,
You barely feel them.
you barely feel it. I think one time I was at my old job and sitting in my desk chair, and I think my chair just started moving by itself, and I was like slowly like moving to my right, and I was like, what the heck was that? And then I like look over to my coworkers, and they were like, that was an earthquake. Like that was the aftershock of an earthquake. And then I think the epicenter was so far from Fresno, so it didn't even, that's why we felt it so small. Yeah. That day in particular. And so I was just thinking like a 7.8, right?
Yeah.
Is insane.
What was the simulator at what you experienced?
Well, they had different levels. One of them was a lot milder than the Great San Francisco earthquake because they simulated that.
Right.
And that was crazy.
You don't remember how big it was though, the one you got to simulate?
I can't remember the number.
Oh, damn.
No, but it was high up there. It was high up there because, as we all know, the Great San Francisco earthquake was catastrophic. And so, yeah. So I know, unfortunately, there's been some deaths.
I didn't get into any of that.
Yeah. Well, when I first read, I forgot exactly what it was. Yeah, there's been at least 35, unfortunately.
Holy moly, that's crazy. Wow.
Yes. And
so yeah, definitely praying for them.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's crazy.
A lot of displacement, or obviously earthquakes bring down structures.
For sure. And especially in a country like that where it's, like I said, it's third world. So infrastructure is not like as strong as like here. So building codes and all like that. And a lot of their buildings are older anyways.
Right.
So they're not really designed to withstand an earthquake like that. So it's like just crumble. I saw people running out of like a Jollibee, 2-story Jollibee. And then like everybody got out, I think, I don't know, from what I saw the video, and they're all looking back at it, maybe for like 10 seconds. And then boom, it just
caved in.
Crumbled down.
That's horrible.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It makes me think of because like, and here in California, at least we're taught to like hide under structure or hide under the table or something like that. I don't really think that's the most proactive thing to do.
I think it's just to like protect yourself from stuff falling.
Of
from
course.
Up
Well,
top.
yeah, I know that.
And if something's going to tumble, right? If it's going to tumble and you're low, it depends on like what's on top of you. Like if there's a structure that's like a stability structure, like a frame or something.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, stuff gonna fall down. Like the frame's gonna not like collapse as hard as like, as if you were just standing out in the open.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, there's a lot of that in the clips that I did see where people just like were running out into the open and squatting towards the ground, getting really low, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I saw a video of these kids at a school and like had like this big metal canopy thing that was a structure that was really high, and then it collapsed. I'm like, dang. It looked just like we did, because we did like a children's service at a school, or like a community.
It was a village.
It was a village community there. And it looked exactly like that. I'm like, dang, I was at a place that looked just like that. And then look at that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Fortunately, the families and the churches that are connected directly to our church are in northern Mindanao. So they didn't necessarily get to experience the 7.8 magnitude. Probably felt some aftershock, maybe. I don't know how big the island is. So I don't know if it fizzled out before it even reached Cagayan. Like, I'm not too sure.
Right.
But anyway, regardless, that is something that happened yesterday.
And that was crazy.
Yes. So pray.
Yeah. What's the scariest natural disaster you've ever experienced?
Personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, here in California,
It's not much.
No,
I made
in
you
the
like
Central
thankful.
Valley.
You're like, dang.
I think if
It's
anything,
not that bad in Cali.
there was one time here in California where it was like there was like a crazy rainstorm that was coming through for days on end. There were maybe two things, not anything like extreme weather. When we were living in Madera, and the Fresno River that runs through Madera flooded over. And it was like the first time in decades that had happened. We were living there at the time, like a mile, not even a mile away, like half a mile away from the Fresno River.
Right.
So that was interesting because it was causing I think it caused like a teeny bit of flooding, nothing crazy, but it was like about to overflow the Fresno River. And then there was like a really crazy rainstorm that had passed through quite a few years ago now. And I had to drive through it on the freeway on the 99. And that was honestly really scary because I could not see anything. And I had to drive so slow because there was parts of the 99 that I was driving through, obviously, that were not flooded, but it was like quite a bit of water that was just like there, you know, because there's nowhere to drain it. So yeah. And then I did live in North Carolina when I was younger. And I remember there was a really severe summer thunderstorm and lightning storm, and a tree fell on my house.
Wow.
Because we lived by a creek.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's more scary.
But North Carolina, they experience all 4 seasons really heavily.
Couldn't be me. Can't do that.
I know. We talked about it because when we were talking about moving in our previous episode, I was like, I would move to North Carolina, back to North Carolina in a heartbeat. And Tava was like, no, you know, but anyway.
No, I'm not dealing with that. Sorry.
What about you? Nothing wild, huh?
No, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe just that, the same thing, like driving in the rain was like crazy storm. That's probably it, you know? Mm-hmm. But that's it. Nothing crazy.
Thankfully, the tsunami was not catastrophic.
Yeah, would you say it was like 3 feet or something?
It was about 1 meter. That's what they measured it at, which is not big at all, which is a good thing. So
praise the Lord. Yeah. Women's College World Series.
Yeah.
Texas back to back. That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah. So softball is huge in my family.
That's right.
I played softball competitively for quite a bit of time in my youth. And so it's still a passion to catch up with and to check what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a big deal. The Women's College World Series is a huge deal. And this is really cool is that Fresno State has won a Women's College World Series, which is crazy back in the 90s.
And the boys have won a baseball one.
Exactly. Yep. So we get to say that our local university has won a Women's College World Series, which is crazy, and a men's. But so man, Texas just absolutely dominant.
It's hard to do back to back.
Back to back.
When's the last time that even happened? Do you know?
Well, so Oklahoma, I'm an Oklahoma fan. I know people are probably going to be like, ew, because they, for the longest time up until a couple of years ago, they did a four-peat, Oklahoma University.
Oh,
a Women's College World Series four-peat. And so
that's crazy, actually. What the frick?
Yeah. So they're coached by the legendary Patty Gasso, and she is now coaching the Team USA softball.
So she left and then they started sucking.
Well, no, she's still head coach of Oklahoma. Sorry. I think that they were just blessed with a dynamic team of athletes for 4 years straight. And even the people that would come in and then go, because they transferred or stuff like that, like they're all just dynamic and such good softball players. And so,
and that was before the whole NIL age too.
Not necessarily. I think it was like trickling in
towards the end. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you had a lot more people back then, like stay at the same school for 4 years is what I'm saying.
Right.
There wasn't as much transfers.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's an athlete, her name is Jordy. Well, her, maiden name is Jordy Ball. Her married name is Jordy Fram. And, Jordy, she was at Oklahoma, I think for 2 years. Then she transferred to Nebraska. Or she was at Oklahoma for 4, transferred to Nebraska for the past 2. And so she was a 6-year university
probably
student.
Getting that NIL money, honestly.
Well, she's from Nebraska. So she wanted to end her softball career in her home state.
What's her name?
Jordy Fram.
Jordy Fram.
Uh-huh. And so her team, the Nebraska Huskers, they made it to the Women's College World Series. And I think they made it to Super Regionals, and they got beat out by, I can't remember who, but she's a phenomenal softball player. And so she transferred, is my point, is that she was a part of the dynamic for Pete, kind of. She was a part of that in a way, that dynasty in Oklahoma softball. And then she transferred over to Nebraska to finish out her softball career there. And I'm sure she was paid a lot of money.
Yeah, I was trying to find her.
To do that. So, Jordy Fram.
PH, or what is that? PHRAM?
FR.
FR.
FRAH.
Yeah, FRAHM. She's got a valuation of roughly, not bad. I mean, it's from 62,000 to 80,000.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's all free money that she makes.
For sure.
That she makes.
Women's softball is still on the rise. Up until like last year or the year before, you couldn't even play professionally after.
Right.
So the Women's College World Series is such a big deal because that used to be everybody's stop, But now there is a professional league. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Jordy got picked up by a professional team, but
like a league of their own.
Well, that was baseball.
I know, but I'm saying.
But yes, same concept. Yeah. So Women's
doing it
College
for Nelson. Hey, not baby.
That's such a classic movie. I love it. Well, when we were at my nephew's game on Saturday, my mom,
it's no crying at baseball.
My mom, Nick, and I were quoting A League of Their Own because Lennox was far away from us at one point, and she was just standing in a weird way, and she was kind of hunched over. And I was like, why is she standing like Marla Hooch right now? And then we
Hooch.
Yeah. And then Nick and I were like, Marla Hooch. Hooch. Yeah. It was the funniest thing ever. It was hilarious in the moment. That's just that's such a beautiful movie.
It's surreal. It's a really good.
Such a beautiful movie. Classic.
Yes.
Classic. And So back-to-back championships. Texas did it. I was really hoping for Texas Tech to win because they're just the underdog.
Yeah.
But they just make some questionable things in my humble opinion,
Yeah.
So there's a rule in college softball that you can switch out your pitchers as many times as you want.
That was annoying. I saw them doing that. I'm like,
I know. So so that was I
almost bit them in the butt, to be honest.
It was a big turnoff. It did bite them in the butt because game one of the championship series, they did not start Nigeri Kennedy, who is their number one pitcher. They started their second, and which she's good though. I can't even remember her first name. Her last name is Terry or something. But Nigeri Kennedy was the first softball player to be paid $1 million to transfer to a university to play, and that university is Texas Tech.
Dang.
So I think she transferred from Stanford.
$1 million,
if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's change your life kind of money.
It is, and I was chatting with one of my really good friends, and she was asking my opinion about NIL deals and being paid lots of money to go play for a specific college.
Yeah,
and I was just telling her I'm for it in the sense that college students don't have to struggle. College student athletes don't have to struggle the way that they did. However, her thought and her opinion, which I kind of agree with this, is that it almost removes the competition. You're cool. You're getting NIL deals. Kids look up to you. Brands are looking to you to promote their stuff. Resist.
I can't.
Resist.
Right. I'm doing it way less. I'm doing it way less.
You're doing great. And so it's culturally you're relevant, but are you competitive and are you skilled enough to be paid that much? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, I'm not dogging it. College athletes got screwed for so many years, so
for sure.
I'm not dogging it at all.
Yeah.
I think it's good for competitiveness, and I think it could actually open the door for smaller schools to actually be better because
that's why Texas Tech got on. They absolutely stunk. They stunk so bad until they started paying students to come play for them, which I understand. And then the last couple of years, they've made Women's College World Series appearances.
I'm for it. And then you're helping the kids too, because the kids are going to get, I like it.
I mean,
because $1 million is change your life money,
sides.
but in the grand scheme of things, $1 million is not even like, it's not that much. I mean, compared to what they make off of the sport, what the
Right.
schools make,
Correct.
you know?
Yeah, because
So-
schools, if you win it, even like we've seen with locally with Fresno State, like when when the football team has won, the Mountain West or whatever conference that we're in, you see grand upgrades to the campus and just like the way of life around all of that. It's pretty cool, for the school to get money and stuff. But I do understand and I do agree that some of that needs to go to the players and the students.
100% for sure. So for just so you can get a little glimpse, right? NCAA has an 8-year, $920 million media rights deal with ESPN and bundles many women's sports together, including softball. $920 million.
That's insane.
So much as like the schools get the money, Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So $1 million for the homegirl, let her have it.
No, for sure. And she's absolutely worth it. She's such a dynamic pitcher. She's changing the game, has changed the game. And unfortunately, her team has fallen short the last couple times. And this was her last year of university.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see.
She's going to go invest that money. We had more things to talk about, but I think we should move on. We're about 21 minutes in already.
Really?
So, yeah. So, I mean, this is fun. This is going to be great to
Man.
do. I know. We can
The
talk.
Vegas Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup
Yes,
Finals.
they are. We'll just do a rundown real quick. You want to get Vegas Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup Finals. I think that series is like, I want to say it's 2-1 they're winning.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, they're doing good.
So, yeah, they're doing good there. And then we're going to talk about the Michael Jackson biopic. We talked a little bit. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we can
time is
carry
fine.
that over.
We'll carry that over.
Yeah.
And then, California graduation violence. Oh my gosh, we could talk about that. We'll talk.
Guys.
We'll talk about. We'll talk about that another time.
Guys,
Because that's crazy.
What is
Anyways,
happening?
Yeah, what is happening actually? But we're gonna get into what we're gonna talk about. Or do you want to talk about graduations?
I mean, I feel like we can briefly touch on it. If you haven't, caught up on any of the local news,
Right.
there's been quite a few like violent little incidents at local graduations. It's kind of crazy. And of course they go viral on the internet because people love that kind of stuff. But Tava and I were just saying like how crazy it's been late. Well, obviously graduation season's only one time a year, but it's so, what is the word I'm looking for? It's just happening too much.
Frequent.
It's frequent. Yes. Thank you. And so, like it happened in like, Visalia,
I'm not 100% sure.
Kingsburg, Visalia, somewhere.
Reedley, Kerman here is what it's saying.
Yeah. Oh yes. Kerman, a huge one.
Fairfield.
Yes.
Another place.
Yeah. So, I do know I saw a clip. Man, I can't remember. I think it was in Kingsburg or Visalia, but there was like 2 students that went at it, and two graduates, and then an adult woman inserted herself into the situation and like hit one of the students. So now she's going to jail for assault on I don't know if the kid was a minor, I guess, but she's going to jail for assault. And then there was another woman, I think, that got into a tussle with like another family in Kerman. And so we're just here to say, cut it out.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but for real, but
I mean, yeah, that should be a joyous celebration.
that's a bit, that could turn into like a huge conversation. It's just crazy. Like,
It can. But I mean, we're bringing the news to you. So
take notes style.
yeah. So just briefly touching on the fact that that's happening is really unfortunate. But
That's wild. That's wild.
Because you're making it
it's
about
sad.
you.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a graduation. You're celebrating
Exactly.
something, not going there to fight. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you already took the fair away from us. You know what? Just
It's just not that deep,
it's not.
Like it's not whatever it is that you find yourself irritated by or whatever.
go to the hood and fight, dog.
No, I mean, not even that. Like, I don't think people should be fighting, period. But be an adult, I don't know. It's just interesting that for something so positive to become negative really quickly,
It's crazy.
So
It's just dumb. It's just, yeah.
it is lame. It is lame. So if you find yourself going to a graduation, keep the peace.
Yeah.
Keep the peace. Support
the
your
peace
family. Support friends.
I guess keep your head on a swivel now. Sheesh.
just to be able to
Sadly.
duck out of there real quick.
Gosh.
Yeah, but
Anyways.
yeah. So
Anyways.
anyway, we're gonna segue into the meat.
Let's do
of
it.
the
I mean, potatoes.
conversation.
Let's do it. What are we doing? We're doing something cool today. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're doing something a little different. So, we're going to be reading some Reddit stories.
Whoa.
You should put the. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, none of them are that weird. I think not weird enough to warrant the alien sound effect that we have when we bring that stuff up.
I don't even know what you picked. So.
Yeah, so I thought it would be fun to blind react to some scenarios that people have wrote and posted on Reddit. If you don't know what Reddit is, it's just a forum-based community that allows you to really just get insight on like things that you're interested in. So there's a Reddit for almost literally everything. There's a Reddit for Fresno that I'm a part of that people post like different happenings and stuff that happen in our community. There's a Reddit that I follow that's directly about UFOs.
It's like the Ring app on steroids.
I mean, yes, but also yes, but you can literally talk about any.
That's what I'm saying.
People talk about the Ring app.
Because you know, Ring app people be on there like talking about things that are happening in the area.
That's Neighbors. by
No,
Ring.
the Ring app does that too. People are always on Ring. I get the notifications all the time.
Tavo.
I promise.
It's called Neighbors though.
Is it called Neighbors?
Or like Neighbors or Neighborhood or something like that. By Ring. By Ring.
I don't have that app. Why do I get those notifications?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
No, because you did sign us up for something that before we even had Ring, you can still be a part of it.
Interesting.
Even if you don't have like Ring technology in your home.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so Reddit is just a fun place to go to read on things. I'm not a part of, but I subscribe to a Reddit that's just based off of mom stuff. So like moms will post on there, hey, this is happening with my child. Like, what do you guys recommend? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a fun community-based forum. Yeah. And so people write in all kinds of different things. But I will say one of the fun sides to Reddit is going and, hearing about people's, experiences of life, and they could be strange, they could be interesting, they could be boring, Yeah. And it's genuinely people just really seeking advice from the internet community. And so I have chosen maybe like 4 in particular. I don't know if we'll have time to get to all of them, but we can continue this. Which is the fun part, is that we can continue to dive into these types of things every so often. So one of them, I'm going to start with this one because it's pretty long and I feel like we can park here for a while. Okay. It's a post on a Reddit called Glitch in the Matrix. Okay. And so the title of the post says, my husband and I drove through some kind of potential glitch in rural Mississippi.
Okay.
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 Okay. Just open your mind.
I'm open. I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
All right. I know because you're very skeptical.
No. Let's go.
Okay, bet. Yeah. All right, bet. Okay, so, this was posted about a month ago, and so the writer has written, I've cross-posted this in a couple of places trying to understand what happened. Please let me know if you've had any similar experiences. My husband and I are newlyweds. We went to Florida to visit family and drove back north Friday afternoon/evening towards our home in Northwest Missouri. To clarify, we were driving towards Tunica for the night to break up the 17-hour drive and get some sleep at a fun hotel. Somewhere around Jackson is where things started to get weird. Jackson, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Our GPS took us on a shortcut off the highway. As the sun was setting, we went through a town called Vaden. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I don't know. Viden? I don't know.
Vadin.
So they go on to say this was maybe 7:30 or 8-ish. I remember telling my husband the town had a haunted vibe or just some bad energy, and he agreed. We kept driving as the sun went down and things got very rural. Please understand, my husband and I are from rural Missouri and have lived across the country in some spooky places, including Atkinson, Kansas, if you believe in the devil's portal or whatever. We are very used to being on a dark stretch of road at night. This was different than anywhere we've ever been. It felt like we were consistently driving in circles. For about 2 hours, we were driving and the gas gauge on our F-250 didn't move like at all.
Heck no.
Our truck is brand new and gets moderate gas mileage at best. We stayed at 3/4 of a tank exactly for hours.
No.
Typically, we stop on a trip every 2.5 hours to gas up, I'm assuming. Now, the power of suggestion. We kept talking about how this didn't feel right. Every few hundred yards, we would see houses, but none of them had any lights on. My husband said that's very strange. My husband said that's strange. It almost seems like the highway is abandoned. More lights should be on at 8 p.m. Next house we passed, every light on. This happened multiple times. We would say we hadn't seen something in a minute and that thing would appear. We barely saw any other cars, but the 2 times we saw a string of 4 cars, exactly the same make and model, driving in perfect proportion to one another. Some kind of white SUV. Okay, maybe a coincidence. It happened again, like a glitch just a few miles apart. We saw another car with its hazards on. The hazards turned off immediately after we passed them. My husband only saw a couple of cars in the rearview mirror, but one followed us for a few miles. My husband described seeing it as a truck with LED lights one moment and a sedan with amber lights the next, then back to it being a truck with LED. This was all in the span of maybe 10 minutes with no outlet for someone to turn off and get on again. At one point in the trip, we drove through a small town before getting back en route. This was maybe another hour in at 9 p.m. We saw no people, cars were moving, and lights were on, but no one was outside. We didn't see anyone in fast food restaurants or out in parking lots. We thought nothing of it at the moment, but looking back, isn't that strange? There were no animals, just a few bats. Being from a rural area, we kept an eye out for deer, raccoons, armadillos, or other critters when driving at night. We only saw one deer at dusk, and it wasn't moving at all. It seemed frozen. It was looking at us, but its ears didn't twitch. It didn't run away. It just stood perfectly still. Its head was also really small, but maybe that's just the deer in Mississippi. Speaking of animals, we travel with our lap dog. He's a senior pup, and he's ridden on my lap all over the country. He couldn't seem to settle down on these back roads. He whined and shifted way more than usual. I think the biggest thing for me was the chills I had the whole trip, like tingling instinct type chills. Time didn't seem like it was passing normally. We felt like we were in danger. As soon as we got back on the interstate, everything seemed normal again. Animals, people, other cars, the gauges on the truck, and my uneasy feeling all back to normal. Lights were on in businesses. People were outside. My husband, who is normally very unshaken, returned to his normal self. All of my texts came in at once. My mom texted me about 2 hours before, when the weirdness started, that she had a sinking feeling about me, and whatever I was doing, I needed to be safe. I called her and said for the last 2 hours, she had a mother's instinct that something was just very wrong. I want to end by saying my husband and I are very practical people. He is in trades and I am an educator and caretaker. We both have traveled back roads of the country in all weather at all times completely fine. Sometimes a little creeped out by the darkness, but fine. Our truck is also almost brand new and works well on long trips. We have taken it on a road trip through another rural area recently in Kansas, and all the gauges worked. As a science teacher, I know the behaviors of flora and fauna well. While we are devout Christians, we are scientists and take a very level-headed approach to the supernatural. I believe God saved us from whatever vortex or ley line or something that we drove through that night. Lastly, my husband and I acknowledge that we have both taken SSRIs in the past, but we would never harm ourselves or others. We love life.
What's an SSRI again?
I don't know. Hold on. It's a drug, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Interesting. What are the
most commonly prescribed class of antidepressant medication?
Ah, okay. So they're antidepressants.
Yeah.
And that was long.
Yeah, that's why I started with it, because it's the longest. And then at the end, she said, TLDR, we went through a stretch of rural Mississippi where time and space seemed to turn turn in on itself. Too many coincidences. I don't know. Interesting. What is your just like immediate reactions to that?
I don't know. That's crazy. Where is it that they were going again? I'm sorry, this is a long one.
They were, let me see.
They were going from where to where? Because I get the gist of the whole thing, and just a lot of instances, seeing the same car multiple times.
Yeah.
Your gauge, the gas gauge didn't move, but I'm trying to remember what was the purpose of the trip again?
So they were visiting family in Florida, and they were trying to go back home to Northwest Missouri.
Got it. Okay.
So it's about a 17-hour trip, is what they said.
Oh, okay.
And they were wanting to break it up.
Because this happened like at dusk. It was getting late.
It was getting late. Yeah, it was like between 7:30 and 9. She said that.
Yeah.
That they felt like things were like off for those couple of hours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of wild. I mean, that's wild for sure.
It is.
I mean, I don't know how I'd react to that unless I was in that situation,
Well, yeah, but like, so hypothetically, like, what would you do?
I don't know. I tend to be like, yeah, I would try to just keep like a level head and just kind of like, be calm and just kind of, I would probably try to make up excuses for why it's happening in my head, to be honest.
Not freak yourself out.
Yeah, like, it's probably this, or maybe it's this, or I don't know what's going on with the fuel gauge. I'd probably be looking it up on the internet. Why would my fuel gauge stay the same over,
Right.
Try to make up. I would probably be in the freaking engine, unplugging the battery for a while and then plugging it back in.
So you would pull over?
Just to see if it would reset. I mean, once we get to the hotel.
Got it. I was like, you're going to pull over in the middle of nowhere like that?
Oh, for sure. No. Like I'm going, like we're driving. I'm not stopping.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like those areas, I genuinely do believe that they exist. I think that there is some weird areas geographically. I don't even think it pertains just to the United States. Like, I think there's other places in the world that deal with like this weird type of situation. Because if you think of like the scientific part of Earth and gravity and like magnets and like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like it makes sense that there might be like dead spots maybe where like things don't work as they normally would. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I believe in that kind of stuff. Someone wrote a comment in the in this story, and they posted a link to another Reddit that we're not going to read right now, but the poster said, reminds me of this post, except they couldn't find their route on a map. And then she goes on to ask, does your GPS or Google Maps history show anything unusual, given that it prompted you to take a shortcut? What highways were you on? What towns did you go through, etc.? The whole thing is eerie, but your mom having that premonition about your safety was icing on the cake. What did your mom say when you told her about the weirdness while driving through that area? And so OP, original poster, says that that's the weird thing. There's no GPS history. There's no stored data that I can find on the truck or on Google Maps. I called my mom and she just said that she had been panicked about me for hours. The same feeling she had when I almost lost my life as a teenager. Yeah,
that's true. I do believe in stuff like, I mean, not that I don't believe in things like that, like, or not that I wouldn't be open to thinking like that's actually something that can happen, but like that, where like your mom had a feeling, whatever. I remember there was an instance where I was at the beach with like my brother and then with some friends, and it was back, I wasn't like, I started going to church, but I wasn't like locked in, and so we were at the beach, people were hanging out, barbecue, drinking, whatever, and my aunt at the time called.
Your mom?
Did she call me? She called me the next morning.
I see.
And she was like, "Hey, are you good? You guys good?" And I'm like, yeah. Why? What's up? She's like, "Oh, I just had like this crazy, feeling last night, like 2 a.m. and I woke up and just started praying for your brother." I'm like, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I ended up talking to my brother a little bit later, and then everybody's like laughing. They're like, because he blacked out was wandering the beach.
Oh, wow.
But ended up like falling asleep at somebody else's camp, like, just hanging out with them, whatever. But he had blacked out and apparently had been like walking the beach.
Wandered around.
Yeah.
Like unconsciously kind of.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So
I mean,
like,
who's conscious, but
I was thinking like, imagine like, blacked out and you just you just get in the ocean.
yeah.
And you're just gone because
Yeah. And then your Nina had a dream.
Yeah.
Or she got woken up.
She got woken up.
Insane. Yeah, I do believe in that too. I really do think that Holy Spirit wakes us up at particular moments in time throughout the night to prompt you to pray, and then you just have to kind of pray about whatever that could possibly be. So I do believe in that as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm telling you, I really do think that there are areas in, like I said, geographically that just mess with things because of like the gravitational pull, the magnetic fields, all of that. There was one more thing I think I can just share based off of like what other people are posting on this Reddit still. And then we can wrap it up and move on to the next one. But someone said, when I read stories like these, I'm reminded of the theory of reality that says we can all create our own reality and we subconsciously are able to make our individual realities jibe to create the illusion of a solid physical reality. So this person says, now imagine something hijacks the system to prevent you and your husband from automatically syncing your realities with that of the consensus world and sets you off on a tangent, one that looks like rural Mississippi but isn't. It knows what you are thinking and so tries to tweak reality on the fly to match your expectations, but rather clumsily. Even something as basic as gas consumption is too fine a detail for this makeshift version of the world. Eventually, you will make your way back to reality and things will go back to normal. And then OP replied and said, I'm not closed off to that idea. And then someone else commented and said, clearly you seem to have just had a little weird jaunt through the Dust Bowl version of the back rooms.
Jeez.
Glad you made it out. Neat read. And then she said, I like your rhetoric. A little jaunt seems about right. So, I mean, it seems like she's obviously not super hung up on it, which is a good thing. Because I think if something like that weird were to happen to me, I probably would let it affect me for a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
A whole TikTok based on your experience.
Yeah.
People are doing that now.
Yeah. Crazy. So there is another... there's a Reddit community called Am I the Butthole? But like, the jerk, I guess, but it's the actual curse word, right? And it's a very, very popular Reddit that people write into all the time and give personal experiences in life. And they're basically just asking like, am I the jerk? Am I the a-hole in this situation? And people are straight up with people. And they're honestly, like, no, you're not because of X, Y, and Z.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and all of us have probably felt that way about one situation that we found ourselves in.
Am I wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or and then if you are wrong, people will gladly call you out on it on Reddit. Like, yes, you are the a-hole.
You might want to.
This is why. Exactly. So I pulled a story because I think it would be fun to get your take on this because you're a dad.
All right. Cool.
So I pulled the story from Am I the A-hole Reddit on Reddit. So it says, Am I the a-hole? I told on my daughter's ex-boyfriend to his parents about his travel plans. And
okay, say it again. I told on my daughter's
ex-boyfriend to his parents about his travel plans.
Okay.
So this is the mom. The mom's writing it.
Okay.
She says, I kind of feel like a jerk, so that's why I'm here. My daughter and her ex-boyfriend really quickly. This is actually posted 6 hours ago.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so it's really new. And so she goes on to say, I kind of feel like a jerk, that's why I'm here. My daughter and her ex-boyfriend were in their junior year and senior year. They have been seriously dating for about 6 months. Last week, I overheard the two about their summer plans. My daughter has a job at the pool, and he was supposed to be working his own job. Apparently, that is not his plan. Instead, he is going to steal his parents' car and travel the country for the summer. He was trying to convince my daughter to join him on his adventure. She did tell him no. And then they go on to say that there's an edit. And she says, I doubt my daughter would have joined him. less than 1% chance she is a smart girl and can be as stubborn as a mule after giving an answer, which was no. I told his parents mostly due to the fact that he shouldn't be stealing their car, and I don't like the idea of him trying to convince my newly 17-year-old to wander the country. His parents thanked me and said they thought something was going on with him. My daughter's boyfriend broke up with her soon after. He accused her of telling on him. My daughter really seemed to like the guy and was super upset and is super upset at the moment. I haven't told her that I am the one that told his parents, and I was talking to my husband and he told me I screwed up. Basically, I should have minded my own business. Outside opinions on this. So it got 302 upvotes, which basically is just like people are interested in the story, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And 154 comments as of right now. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think she's a butthole for doing that. I think it's like, hey, that's probably like the best thing you can. I mean, I would have done it. Because they're kids. I mean, they're not even, you know, especially if you're trying to get my daughter to go with you, bruh. I'm snitching. Big snitch. Big snitch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely unsafe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who knows, you know?
You're
6 months in, she doesn't even know. They don't even know the kid well.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
Doofus. I'm sorry. Like, why you like? You think you're gonna get away with stealing your parents' car?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Or like, would the parents be like,
and then travel
complicit
for a whole summer? Like,
right?
bruh.
What kind of teen beach movie do you live in? Or something?
Like,
yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? You just, wow, man, bro.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be graduating.
Apparently,
See,
yeah.
that's why people getting in fights now. That's the kind of people. That's the kind of kids is graduating, dog. Like,
yeah.
What is your critical thinking skills? Like,
apparently
what
zero.
level?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're not gonna work. I'm gonna steal my parents' car. We're gonna travel the whole summer.
That probably would have worked in like the freaking 70s or something. You know what I mean? Like when life was a little bit more spontaneous, and I mean, life can still be spontaneous.
Yeah, but there was like people really not doing that. Like, and they're
no,
like, that's just so like, what? I mean, maybe, but that's just funny.
I mean, if people are doing that, they're certainly not stealing their parents' cars.
Nah,
you know,
come
like
on.
Exactly. Like it's like what movie did you just watch that made you think that you could do that?
Yeah,
you know, like what is this?
But I mean, hey, yeah, good for the mom, I say.
Yeah,
because I would have done that. I would have snitched.
What do you think about the husband thinking that she screwed up though?
I mean, that's on him, you know,
because the daughter really liked this boy.
I would start snooping through his Instagram and be like, what you hiding, dog? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait, snooping through whose Instagram? The husband?
The husband's, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Why you think like that?
Yeah.
You think it's cool like to not, you know, to be untruthful? I don't know. That's just my thought. But like,
yeah,
that's just wild. Like, and then the husband getting mad at his wife, or like just saying, did it say he was disappointed or?
Yeah, it said upset? That he thought she said, I was talking to my husband and he told me I screwed up.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I should have minded my own business.
Yeah, that is her business. That's her business. That's her daughter.
That's literally what somebody said.
Yeah, homeboy was trying to take the daughter, 17 years old. Get out of here, dog.
Someone said, not the butthole. You saved him from getting arrested and probably getting her daughter arrested too, not to mention that his parents would probably file a missing persons report and police resources would be wasted trying to find him.
Yeah, big L.
Yep. And then someone said, you should have minded your own business. Your daughter literally is your business, not the butthole. Dang. I'm going to upvote that personally.
Holy smokes.
That
gets one of these.
On the dad's part?
Yes. Like, come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Someone said, so your husband would have preferred that a 17-year-old steal a car so that he and your even younger daughter go on a cross-country trip? What's his reasoning there? And then someone said he's 18 and his opinion was he trusts our daughter not to do that, which I really doubt she would have. She already told him no, and my daughter can be stubborn as a mule. I seriously doubt she would have joined him.
Either way, point blank, like, okay, you got kid is trying to do something that's obviously unsafe. and then trying to drag another kid with him, you know, you want to, that stuff needs to be known to everybody involved, to all the parties involved, you know?
Yeah.
You just need to put on the snitch hat. You just got to be a cop. Like the kids say, stop being a cop. Like, hey, sorry.
Yeah, people are funny. People are so funny on the internet. Someone
Yeah.
said, not the a-hole. I feel like there's at least a few major crimes here. and how the hell far did he think he was going to get before he got caught?
That's exactly my thinking. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bruh. Come on, big guy. How you gonna put gas in the car, bro, when you run out? You ain't got no job.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna steal their wallet. Like, bro, they're gonna cancel the cars.
Yeah.
What is you thinking?
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, kids is funny.
Awful.
They fun.
Yeah. So okay, moving on to the next one. It's within the same vein. Am I the jerk? So this person wrote. So my friend, and they're using phone names here. Yeah. So my friend Chloe, 28-year-old female, needed a ride to pick up this super specific vintage lamp for her apartment. It was 3 hours away, so a 6-hour round trip in total. I, a 28-year-old female, told her that I could do it this past Saturday, but mentioned I was pretty busy and gas prices are kind of crazy right now. I thought that was a clear enough hint without being awkward. She said, we drove there, picked up the lamp, and on the way back, we stopped at a gas station. My tank was getting low, so I filled it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Really quickly. The title of the post is, am I the butthole for... Did I say that?
Maybe. I don't think so.
No, I didn't. So am I the jerk for asking my friend for gas money after driving her 6 hours? That's the prompt. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So she continues to say, we drove there, picked up the lamp, and on the way back, we stopped at a gas station. My tank was getting low, so I filled it up. Chloe was just kind of... It's so funny that her name is Chloe.
Yeah, I know.
Chloe was just kind of scrolling on her phone the whole time and didn't offer to chip in or anything. The total was like $70 for the full tank. I figured she'd at least offer half, you know? When we got back to her place, she thanked me for the ride, and that was it. A couple hours later, I texted her something like, hey, glad we got your lamp. Just wanted to split the gas from today. It was 70, so 35 each. She immediately got defensive, saying I offered to drive her and that she thought I was doing her a favor. She called me petty.
What?
She called me petty and said if I wanted gas money, I should have said something up front. Now she's not responding to my texts at all. I don't know. I thought it was kind of implied. It was a huge favor and a long drive. Am I the jerk for expecting her to contribute to gas without explicitly asking beforehand?
See, that's why I like to be upfront with things. That's why I like to ask those questions. On
Expectations.
The front end. Yes.
Yeah. I completely agree. I understand that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just back growing up. Like, I don't know if it's just like I grew up in a different, like, what would you want to call it? Yeah. What's the name for it? Yeah, I don't know. This is a different culture. I can't remember the name. Oh Lord. Anyways, grew up in with a different set of rules. Like, people ask you to arrive for something. Like, the first question you're asking, if you got the car, like, yeah, gas money. Like, you got gas money. Like, that was the thing. You got gas money,
right?
You know. So like, that's up front, because that's the last thing you want to do is that you want to avoid a situation where you are about to fill up and then you got to ask the question. It's awkward. Like,
yeah.
Yo, are you gonna be able to pitch in? Like, no, you should establish that on the front end. Like,
right.
As soon as they ask you, like, hey, can you do it? Yeah, for sure. You got gas money. Like,
yeah,
easy.
I think, yeah, absolutely. And I think when it comes to situations like that, you're dealing with very specific personalities. Everybody is different. So there are going to be friends and family in your life where you feel like, no, like, it's okay. I'm not going to ask because I'm going to bless them. I'm going to do this favor or whatever, and which is a good thing.
But if you're pressed for money and you ain't got a lot and you're like,
well, yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say is that there's very many different variables in each situation. It's all it's all new. You know what I mean? Like,
it's nuanced.
Exactly. It's nuanced. And so it could change in like,
depending on the scenario.
Well, yeah. And especially in her scenario, a 6-hour drive.
Yeah. Driving around for 6 hours.
3 hours there, 3 hours back for a freaking lamp.
Yeah. She should have asked at the gas station.
I would have been like, girl, ship that lamp. How about that? Yeah. Like, why do we have to go get it? You know, like, they can't ship it to you.
No, that's doing too much.
I mean, that probably would have been more expensive, but I mean, if she didn't have her own means of transportation, like figure out a different way, or be considerate and be nice and ask and be like, hey, let me pitch in for gas. You're doing me this favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
or just ask up front if you're the person driving.
Right. Which is like actually a lot of what people were saying. This one person posted and said, lesson learned, be upfront and clear, and don't ever do a favor for Chloe. She's not a considerate friend. For a 6-hour round trip, my standard pay to a friend would be fill the tank up and buy them lunch.
Yeah.
Unless we routinely swap off during these types of things.
Yeah.
Someone said a 6-hour round trip car ride is too big of an ask for me to even consider asking unless it was a dire emergency. If I wanted a lamp and didn't have a car, I shouldn't be looking at places 3 hours away to begin with.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Bro, you better go to Target.
Which is true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A vintage lamp that's 3 hours away. That's crazy.
Please.
Crazy.
Take me to go pick this up.
Yeah.
I don't have a car, but I'm trying to buy this lamp.
And then someone said, actually, $35 is pretty inexpensive to learn what kind of a friend you have and to avoid in the future. Also, $35 is such a small amount for Chloe to be burning bridges. Which is true. Like, if at the end of the day, like, she has to realize that she just burnt a bridge.
She don't care.
To a friend. Well, I mean, yeah.
They don't care. That's why you asked the question on the front end.
Yeah.
If she was that quick to like just say like and throw it on her, like she don't care. So I was like, you never know. Just ask it up front. Just avoid it all. Just avoid all that drama.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You can't that's what happens when you put expectations on people. You're always gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Don't expect them to just be like, I'm gonna give you this money for doing this for me. No, like, yeah. And that's not a bad thing because you don't expect them to do it. It doesn't mean that you view them as someone who's not gonna want to bless you for it. You just got to be like, don't put that expectation. You're gonna disappoint yourself if it doesn't pan out like you think.
Right.
Just be like, yeah. If you can just help me out, and you could frame it in ways that it's not gonna make you seem like you're not wanting to do it for them.
Right.
Like totally. Hey, I got time. We could do that. But you know what? Gas is expensive right now. Like, would you be able to help me out with some gas if I do take you? Maybe buy me lunch. You know, that's a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
As opposed to you got gas money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is what you're basically saying, but you're saying it in a nice way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. You just gotta.
Yeah. No, I think the consensus was that this person was not the AH. So.
Yeah.
So people were siding, but they're also like, but girl, like you need to learn your lesson and know that Chloe is not a good friend. Yeah. So.
Or Chloe just don't got money.
But if it's a vintage lamp, you're dropping at least $100 on that thing.
She's irresponsible as well.
She's broke and she shouldn't be spending her money on a vintage lamp. Irresponsible. So funny. Okay, I think we have time for one more. And then we'll have to wrap it up because I know we're running out of time. Yeah. So this is an interesting one. I don't know, actually.
Should we save it? We should save it.
I think we should save it. Ooh, we're going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger.
We're at an hour. It's been good.
Yeah, these are fun. Yeah, these are fun. I love Reddit.
We're going to have to do these at least once a month.
For sure. Reddit is cool, guys. Like, if you have time, if you're doom scrolling on other things, you can doom scroll on Reddit and learn a thing or two. Yeah. So
it's like a soap opera, just written.
Yeah, kind of. But there's also other stuff out there.
I'm just kidding.
Gosh, you've never even given Reddit a chance. So you need to stop.
Hey, when I want to learn something, I'll go on Reddit.
Of course. Yeah. Let me see if I can find something fun really quick to wrap up. Let's see.
I gotta go to the gym, doc. Perro.
Oof, that's not a good one. Let me see. I don't know. I can't find one. That's a good one to end off on. But anyway, are you going to do that sound? You're going to do that sound effect to me, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm going to do this sound.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll be prepared with the more like a funny one next time.
Like a short one.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, I think they did. I'm pretty sure. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah. It's cool.
different.
people be going through things out there, y'all.
For sure.
If you think that your situation is worse or that it's really bad, trust me, there's someone going through way worse.
100%.
Or some dumb situations.
Or they're caught in a time warp.
Isn't that insane?
That is crazy.
Crazy.
I've never heard a story like that. That was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I didn't even know that was like a thing, but that's cool for sure.
Yeah.
I might have to learn more about that kind of stuff. Might be fun. Might be fun to dive into. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We did something new and we hope it turned out well. I think it did. We're getting ready to do an interview.
Yeah.
Guys, we are getting ready to do an interview.
Yep.
And we'll be excited to share who it is. Do you want to share or we'll just wait?
No, let it sizzle.
Yeah.
Let it sizzle.
We're going to let it sizzle.
Yeah.
We're going to let it sizzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got an interview coming next week and we can't wait to share who it is. And maybe you'll see a promo video soon. But yeah, thanks again for joining us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please like it, like the episode. The likes help. The subscription helps. And share it too if you find it to be something that you enjoyed.
Yeah, and let us know if you enjoyed, us sharing Reddit stories and reading that kind of thing. Drop down in the comments what you would do in these scenarios, what your thoughts are about Chloe and
the time warp
and the boyfriend or the girlfriend's ex-boyfriend.
Yep. What would you do? What would you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? All right, we're going to sign it out, guys. Thanks for being with us. Guys, peace out.